Do you ever feel like fear is holding you back from going after what you really want? Today, I'm diving into a mindset that'll flip that fear on its head. When you chase your goals, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Plus, we're going to answer the big question: what's the best thing that could happen? Stick with me for the next 5 minutes and I'll show you why taking that leap is always worth it and how it can change your life. First, let's get real about what's stopping us. Fear. Fear of failing, getting rejected, or looking silly. We've all been there. Stuck, thinking, what if I try and it all falls apart? I get it. It's scary. But here's the truth. If you don't try, you're already stuck. You're in the same spot you'd be if you tried and it didn't work out. You haven't lost anything by playing it safe, but you haven't gained anything either. So why not take a chance? Think about it like this. If you go for your goal, whether it's starting a business or learning a new skill or asking someone out, and it doesn't work out, where are you? Right back where you started. No ground lost. But you've gained something huge: experience. Every rejection, every stumble is a lesson that makes you stronger and sharper for the next try. It's like collecting badges of courage. You're not losing, you're building. Now let's get to the exciting part. What's the best thing that could happen? This is the question that changes everything. Imagine you go for that dream job and you land it, opening doors you never thought possible. Or you share your music and it resonates with thousands. Maybe you take a risk on a new idea and it becomes your life's passion. The best case scenario isn't just a small win, it could be a life changing breakthrough. When you focus on that potential, the fear of failure starts to shrink. You're not just avoiding a loss, you're chasing something incredible. So, how do you make this mindset yours? Start small. Pick one goal you've been putting off, break it into a tiny step, like writing one paragraph of that book, sending one email for that job, or practicing one new skill for 10 minutes. Each step is a win. And even if it doesn't pan out, you're learning and growing. You're stacking the odds in your favor for that best case moment. And every time you act, you're telling fear, not today, I'm going for it. Because understand, every time you let fear control you, every time you let the thought of failing control your life, you're now building that habit of every time there's a chance of you being uncomfortable, you will not go after it. Think about that for a second. And for most of the things that we want, it requires us to get out of our comfort zone to achieve that thing, right? So you have to understand. Stop that habit right now. Whenever you feel fear rising within you, or the thought of failing, or you overthinking, in those moments that you need to really go after it and step out of your comfort zone and take action, don't let those thoughts, don't let that fear control you. Stop that today. Go after that thing. Do that thing. Take the small step and do it consistently. Right? Because now you have to rewire your brain now. Because you've trained your mind for so long to every time you feel fear or the thought of failing, you backed out. You didn't do it. You trained your mind that way, whether you know it or not. So you now have to think consciously of where you're telling yourself, I'm feeling fear and I'm feeling this thought of failure and I'm feeling uncomfortable. No. Tell yourself this isn't real. These thoughts are made up stories that aren't real. Take a deep breath and just take the action. And do that consistently. Watch how your mind is going to change now to where you see something that you want to do, and you're just going to go after it. There's no thought of failing, there's no fear, because you've debunked that by taking action already, right? Because after you do the thing, whether you fail or you succeed, it wasn't as bad as you thought it would be. You're like, wow, okay, that wasn't bad at all. Why did I have that much fear or thought of failing? Because you're just telling yourself these made up lies. That's your survival instinct kicking in, treating it as a life or death situation, when in reality, it is not even that, right? So you have to consciously think, especially when you're in those situations, you're going to feel it trying to overtake you. But no, tell yourself, no, this is not real. This is not me. This is not life or death. I'm going to go after this thing. Because truly, deep down, this is what I want, right? I'm not going to let my mind control me. I'm going to control my mind. And do that consistently. And now, you have now defeated and shrunk that fear and the thought of failing. And now, you're ultimately living the life that you want to live. Your experiences in your life are no longer controlled by fear and the thought of failing and all the worry. No, none of that. And that's the mentality that you need to get to. Think of one goal. That goal, that task, that thing that you want to do brought fear to you, right? The thought of failing came up in your mind when you thought about it. So therefore, you never paid it any minds of taking action to achieve that thing, right? But forget all that. Don't think that way. I want to change your mindset right now. Never think of it that way. Whenever you want to accomplish something, whatever you want to do, right? You're going to find yourself thinking, what if I fail? And then you're going to feel fear within yourself because it's uncomfortable. It's the unknown, right? And when we're in unknown situations, we're uncomfortable and we don't want that. Never think that way. I'm going to change your mindset right now. Think of that goal. Think of that thing that you want to do, that you want to accomplish. Ask yourself, what's the best thing that could happen if I go for it? Let that vision pull you forward. Write down one small action you can take today and do it. Because here's the deal. The only way to lose in this life is to never try. But when you take that leap, you're already winning. Don't be so outcome based, right? Focus on the input. What effort are you putting in? What actions are you taking to achieve that thing? Don't be so outcome oriented. Whether it's a lesson, a step forward, or that dream come true moment waiting just around the corner, you need to realize you've got everything to gain and literally nothing to lose. But your mind will try to control you with fear, with the thought of failing, and treat it as a life or death moment. That is not real. That is a made up thought. Do not listen to your mind. You have to control your mind. Tell your mind you've got everything to gain and nothing to lose. So what are you waiting for? Go after it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button and comment down below your goals. Comment down below right now, what are some of the goals that you want to achieve? I'm curious to see what you guys have. You guys got this. I'm rooting for you. Apply this mentality to yourself right now and watch your life change instantly. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a wonderful day.